How's my name is Gold34. Here today to do a review of one of the new figures I got, and it is of the smallest Anatotitan. It is the Field Museum Anatotitan. Bit of backstory on Anatotitan. Well, technically, Edmontosaurus annectens. Edmontosaurus annectens lived during the Late Cretaceous period, 66. Well, I think more than that, to be honest. I believe it went extinct during the KT extinction. Maybe it went extinct before then, I can't exactly remember, but I know it lived alongside animals such as Tyrannosaurus, Torosaurus, Triceratops, Phaseolosaurus, all those guys, you know. Now, Anatotitan was mistaken for a new species, a new genus as a whole, but I think fossils coming from the same area of Edmontosaurus annectens actually proved that this animal was Edmontosaurus annectens. Now, how do you distinguish Edmontosaurus annectens from the sister species known as Edmontosaurus regalis? Well, annectens has the longer skull than regalis. Regalis has a shorter, stubbier skull and lives in the more northern regions of the USA, while this one lives in the southern regions. Now, this model is alright. It's small. It's very small. I mean, look at my hand. It's quite small. I mean, my hand is pretty much touching it now. Really small, you know, but it's alright. It's got alright. Its detail's good for its size, which is quite good. I bought this off of Dinosaur Time, like I said in my unboxing video. There's a lot of there is a bit of shrink wrapping, but it is an old figure. It's not a bad figure. I do like it. I've always wanted this figure, purely because I just like the look of it. I like the look of it. I've always said I've wanted an Edmontosaurus in my collection. And there's this one, the annectens, and then there is the regalis, I believe, that is. There's also produced by Safari Limited, which is where this toy is made, which is who this toy made from. The scales on this are quite nice. It's got little bumpy scales. I don't know if that'll be accurate, but I guess it could be, because it looks like the scales that they found on Edmontosaurus annectens. Anyways, I think, I believe it was annectens, or was it regalis they found the mummified specimen of. I do like the colouring. The colouring's alright, but and for some reason, this coloration just really does shout to me Anatosaurus. Because when I look at Edmontosaurus, the colours I think of are like a tropical kind of green or yellow, like from Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, or a grey, like a dull grey or blue, like from the March of the Dinosaurs. This one, it just screams an Anatosaurus to me, which is quite good, which is what I want from a figure. You know, I want a figure's colours to scream at me, you know, Tyrannosaurus Rex, Carcharodontosaurus, Giganotosaurus, Apatosaurus, a Brachiosaurus, you know, stuff like that. This is alright. Now, there's a couple of inaccuracies about it. Obviously, the shrink wrapping. It's on the skull as well as the body. It's alright. Well, obviously, the scapula can be easily seen, which is a shame, especially on this side. It's really prominent. You can even see the ribs. So this one's underfed. Another thing about, I think it's annectens, but I believe either annectens or regalis has the. I know one of them obviously has it, because they have a fleshy crest, which has been found on one of the species. I can't remember which species. The tail is, in my opinion, a bit too thin, but it doesn't matter. And apart from that, there's also the foot. The foot shows into. I think the foot might be. Yeah, I think the foot is just a big fleshy lump, which is, I think, now regularly accepted, except the arms on this are pronated, which is a shame. But this figure is not bad. Not bad for the price as well. I paid £3.95 for it, which is alright, because I've seen this figure go for way much more than that on places like eBay and Amazon. Like, I would not pay 20 quid for something this size. Not even if it was brilliantly detailed. When I pay like something like £20 for a figure, I want it to be big. I want it to be big. I want it to look nice, you know. I don't want it to be tiny like this. But, right, so it's about. Oh, sugar. Nearly cut my hand off then. Maximum length is about 14 centimetres. Yeah, 14. Oh, sugar, it's just fallen. So just get it there. show you. So it's about 14. Oh, hang on, can't get in there. So it's about 14 centimeters, which is pretty good. Height-wise, it's about. It's probably just under 5 centimeters. Actually, it's just under 5 centimeters. Width of the hip is just under 2 centimeters, which is quite small. Now, size comparison. I'll just get a couple of figures. I'll just get one. I shall get my good trusted buddy. Well, I'll get you. I've never used you before. The Mosasaurus. Right, these are right next to each other now, and you can see how the different size between them. And also, you got the little men you get with the collector. And you can see that probably represents a juvenile specimen. Then you can have this like a baby Anatotitan, which would be pretty good. And obviously, I like the pose. I do like the pose. The pose is alright. It seems to be like sort of scared and running and sort of like looking back at the same time, like there's something coming for me. And there it comes. It's a big mosasaur. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Nom nom nom. You know. I do have a gripe with the mouth. The mouth, as you can see, there's some grey spots in there. So the paint hasn't really it's not really infused with the plastic much. But that's all the other gripe I have. Definitely get it, in my opinion, if you want it. But not a lot of people. I don't think a lot of people will actually like this. But I like it just because of the rarity and just the pose and the coloration and just the look of it. And plus, it's Edmontosaurus, and Edmontosaurus is one of my personal favourite sauropods. But I would say it's not a figure for everybody. It's a figure for those who, you know, are liking it, you know, and they like kind of stuff like this. You know, the retired stuff, the stuff that's a bit ancient, all the stuff that's been synonymized, like this guy. But, yeah, that's what I've got to say about this figure. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you later. Bye-bye.